This segment is awkward. Oh, boy.
And kind of unprofessional, too. What happened to you yesterday?
So I was at a Panda Express, and the two girls behind the counter were having an unbelievably personal conversation. I guess they must have thought, like, the plexiglass that separates them scooping my food from me and my germs was soundproof, and it is definitely not.
The sneeze guard?
Yeah.
So like, one of the girls was saying she met a cute guy on Tinder, and they had their second date, and he convinced her to have sex without a condom. And he gave her some, like, terrible venereal disease, and now she cannot have children.
And she's serving your food. That's nice.
And she was like, and your orange chicken will be this much. And I was like, this is way too much information. Like, I don't need to know any of this.
You don't need an STD discussion when you're deciding between orange chicken and Kung Pao.
No, it was so weird. It just TMI.
Like, and that's a conversation that you sort of have to think twice about, even if you're just having it in the girls' bathroom. Like, it's 12:30 at night, you've all had a few beers or whatever, and then when somebody comes in, maybe you go, oh my God, and then you lower the voice when you start talking about the STDs. But at the Panda, that's ridiculous.
No, you shouldn't be like, I got this terrible venereal disease. Do you want white rice or brown rice? And now I can't have babies. So that'll be
Did you get white or brown?
47. I got brown.
Oh, good.
But I'm like, what is it? What? I can hear you, obviously.
All right, we got a phone call. Alt 94.9, hi.
Well, I got a new TV. And it was like high def, so I was going to get really good digital cable, you know? And I am horrible at technology, right? So I have the guy come out and do all the install for me, and he asks if he can use my bathroom. And I'm like, well, you know, it's not like I'm going to tell him no, because it's a long drive back to the office, right? And he's in there, like, forever, and there's this horrible smell. Like, it was like living in a dump. And, you know, no pun intended, turns out this guy dropped a huge deuce in my bathroom. How do I know this? He didn't even flush.
What?
Oh, come on.
Oh, that's awesome.
Seriously.
Wow.
You gotta at least flush. That's just rude.
Did you mention anything to him?
You know, I mean, what do you even say to that? He just, like, pulled out all of these forms and papers and sign here, and I'm just, like, dying from the smell.
So after business was conducted and you went to inspect your bathroom to make sure it was still standing, what did he have the lid closed?
Oh, it was fully open, just stinking out everywhere. And this thing was, like, the size of a small whale. I don't even know what that guy was eating.
I don't need to hear that.
All I wanted to do was, you know, watch my cooking shows, and that's out the window after that smell. No cooking.
Well, he was the cable installer.
Mm-hmm.
He did, and apparently he laid one.
He did.
Thank you. I guess that's an awkward and unprofessional at work kind of moment.
That's tough if you're him, though. Like, what if he's like, oh, no, I really got to go?
Well, you should be able to schedule around that. Number one is fine, but number two, like,
Go before, go after.
And they give you a window of, like, you know, it's your morning. The morning window is
Keep
like
your whole day free.
We'll be there from 8 to noon, or from 1 to 5 or whatever it is, and they should be able to schedule around that. You should be able to find somewhere in that 4-hour window where you can take a dump and do somebody's cable install without.
Sounded like this guy was constipated, and this was like a 3-day.
And it was like, oh my gosh, it's happening now, and I can't. I have to take it.
Or I don't want to do this at home. Somebody else's.
I think that's what it was.
I don't want to destroy my own toilet.
456700949 if you've had some sort of awkward or unprofessional at work moment. Alt 94.9, hi.
It was a buddy of mine who was doing he does heating and air conditioning, and he was putting in a system, and of course, you know, the people were out for the day, and he told me he just got the urge and went into their guest bathroom, and he rubbed one out in their bathroom of the home that he was, you know, putting the system in, and he told me, oh God, he told me that he finished just before they got home.
Finished, but not like finishing the duct work. But
no, he finished
himself.
I understand. I was actually wondering, that's, I guess, good that he went into the guest bathroom to do it, but I was going to say, why not just in the living room? Nobody's home.
I guess you want some sort of privacy.
He was modest in some way there. He was more modest than I think I would have been.
Is that how he finishes all of his jobs? He's like, job well done, and then he rubs one out.
Oh, was it a reward for himself?
Well, I hope not. I used to work with a guy a couple of years ago, so I just hope that's not how he did everything.
Frequently goes to the restroom. He's like, finish my cereal. Job well done.
Skeetios.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Good story. Thank you.
No problem.